Hello everyone, thank you for joining this YouTube channel. As you can see from the screen, this is a very special course developed by your favorite technology company, Hammad Technologies. So this course is prepared especially for your children. Yeah, that is as you can see from the title of the course, it's titled Naija Kids Tech Learn. So this is a course designed by Hammad Technology specifically to teach children the basics of computer. So if you have a daughter or a son or a nephew or uh, anybody that is very close to you, or even if they are your student that is between the age of 8 and above, so yeah, they should at least be 8 years old. Or you can also even take it yourself if you want to refresh your knowledge of computer, because this is going to be a very interesting course and very educative one. So this course is divided into several stages, and this video is to introduce you to the course and to show you, to guide you how to take the course, because by watching this video, I believe when you navigate through the website, it's going to be very easier for you to take the course up to the point whereby you'll be able to download your certificate. As you can see from this course is 100% free. No payment is required for you to take this course. Okay, so now let's begin by the stages that I'm going to explain on this course. So the stages include, the first stage is registration. You're going to register for this course. Once you register it, then you're going to enroll. Okay, then I'm going to introduce the modules. That is the modules that are packed in this course. And then we're going to see some lessons under the course, and then we're going to take some activities as well. Lessons and activities. We're going to try some of them. And then the final stage, which is the stage 5, we're going to download certificate. So you can see basically there are 5 steps in taking this course. You first of all register, you enroll, you take the models, we check the models, and then the lessons and activities, and then you download your certificate. Okay, so let's start into that. Let's click on this. So as you can see, let me just take it a bit slowly. Yeah, you can see you're gonna start by clicking on this one, start learning for free. This is where you're gonna click. Okay, so let's go. So you click on this one, then here you're gonna enter the complete name of the child that is gonna take this course. Okay, and make sure you write this name exactly how you want the name to appear on the certificate. Okay, so if the child has 3 names, make sure you write the complete 3 names here. If the child has 2 names, please make sure you write it exactly how you want the name to appear on their certificate at the end of the course. So now let's have a very hypothetical name, that is very familiar. So let's say our child name is Musa Ali. Very simple name. Okay, so let's just see Musa John. Okay, this one. Let's use this one. Okay, Musa John. Now here you're going to enter the age of Musa. What age is Musa? Is it 10 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, 13, 15, 18, whatever the age Musa is. So on writing this name, you can just type 8. So let's assume Musa John is 17 years old here. In this case, okay, 18. All right. Then on this one, you're going to enter the email address for your children. Okay, so but if the child doesn't have an email address, you can use your own email address for this. You can create an email address, because basically to have an email address is free. So you can just open that for the child, or you can enter your own email address. Okay, so in this case, let me use my own email address for this one. Okay, I think it's very simple. Now here you're going to create a password, the password that you use to access the account for that particular child. That is for Musa in this case. Now you should be smart and create a web password. As we proceed, we're going to learn how to create password inside the course. But for now, when you start by creating the password, you will see that a password guide is being created automatically for you by this website. This website is a very smart one. So you can see the guide. It says at least 8 characters, contains upper letters, contains lower case later, and yeah, contains number. So your password has to have a combination of all this. So now let's start by writing password. Good. So we have just created a password. Okay, so I'm not gonna show you this password. So we're gonna confirm the password we just entered. So how do we confirm that? We type exactly what we typed, the password. So good. So if our password is correct, that is, if this second password matches the first password that we entered, we're gonna have this tick, meaning password match, meaning the first password that we entered plus this password that we just entered match each other. So we are now gonna click on this join now. So as soon as we click on this, it says password issue, password must be at least 6 characters long. So maybe we haven't entered. Okay, let's see how many digits have we entered so far. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. Yeah, but we have more than 6 characters. A password must be at least 8 characters. At least 8 characters, contain upper letters, lower letters. Okay, let me do something. I'm sure this website is okay. Good. So I think we are now in. So yeah, I think let me just set this one. So I think we now just have created we have an account for this particular child, Musa John, and let's sign in into the course. Good. So you can see as soon as we just clicked on that sign in button, it has just brought us into the main website of where we're gonna learn the basics of the computer. It says welcome back, Musa John. So yeah, ready for another amazing learning adventure. So let me just quickly explain this interface so that it will be very easy for us to navigate through the website. Now for this, you can see it says courses enrolled, meaning it counts the number of courses you have enrolled so far on this website. And here it says modules completed. Basically there are 5 modules here. So right now we completed 0/5 modules, and then we have certificate earned, which is gonna enter the numbers of the certificate we have earned so far on this website. So, and also here you can see it says days study break. So for example, you can see that this course is a self-paced, meaning you can start learning it today and go for a break and then come back tomorrow and take it. You mustn't complete it in one sitting, okay? You can start taking it and then go for a break, then come back maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow, just take it. The most important is for you to make sure that whatever you set to learn on this course, you learn it very well. So do not rush, okay? But if you are an amazing child, an amazing kid, you can finish it in one sitting. It's very simple. You can finish it in one sitting, but it's not a compulsory to do that. So here we're going to enroll in this course, okay? It says my learning journey, continue your amazing adventure from where you left off. So introduction to computer, this is the title of this course, and you can see here it's further emphasize that this course is 100% free, no payment. So thanks to Hammad Technologies. Now we're gonna enroll into this computer. Okay, so here we have the modules. Yeah, So this is the second step. So you can see it says computers basics for kids, learn the fundamentals of computers in a fun interactive way. 0 of 5 modules completed. So we basically haven't started completing any of the modules. So as we started completing the modules, you can see here we'll turn to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 5. Okay, so but let me just take us through the modules and explain what each modules contain in summary. Okay, so it says module 1, what is a computer? So under this module, it's basically estimated to take us 15 minutes to complete it, but you know, depending on how many minutes it takes you, it mustn't be this 15 minutes, but approximately 15 minutes. So under this module, you're going to learn what is computer itself, learn about computer component typing and building your own your first virtual computer. So yeah, under this course, you're gonna learn a lot of basic things about computer. Okay, so and then the second model, this model is the second one, files and folders. Now here you're gonna learn how to create files, how to organize your files, how to create folders, and how to organize your folders, how to rename folders, how to copy a folder, and a lot of things about files and folders, and what are even files and what are even folders. We're gonna learn all these things under this second module. And then we have the third module, that is module 3. We have internet and browsers. Here we're gonna learn the basics of internet and browser. What is internet? What is browser? What's the difference between the two? So explore the internet safety and learn how to use web browsers effectively. Yeah, here we're gonna learn about internet safety and how to use internet effectively as well. Under this module 3, that is what we are going to learn. Okay, so and then we have module 4, online safety. Learn important rules for staying safe while using the internet. So you can see a lot of terrible things are happening on the internet. Don't be scared, little boy. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna learn how to stay safe while you're using the internet under this model, and we're gonna, you know, introduce you to that in a very fun way and in a very interesting way. You're gonna learn about this one. And then we have the fifth module, that is module 5, basic software applications. Here you're gonna learn about the basic softwares applications that are found in a computer. Yeah, the Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Excel, you know, and what each of these basic applications are used for. So yeah, so this is a summary of this model, and we're gonna move straight to module 1. Stay and follow us through. Okay, let's go. So we're gonna click on start. Yeah, so here we just click on start, and here we are in module 1, computer basics lesson. Yeah, so here are the basics lessons of computer. Now it says activity 1, all essential computer components. So these are the essential component of computer. So let's just start it one by one. So here it says essential computer components. Let's learn about computer parts. So here we're gonna start it. It says, now you can see here it basically gives us the definition of computer. They said a computer is like a team where each part has a special job. Let's meet the 5 most important members of the team. Now, so it says that, you know, a computer is a team, meaning that a computer is not a single thing. It's a combination of several key important, parts that made of a single entity called computer. So, meaning just like you and your friends come together to accomplish one main goal. So you can see it's not only one person that did that, but a combination of different individuals, a combination of different team members. So this is what actually a computer is. It's like a team that has a combination of several essential parts in it that come together in order to accomplish some certain activities. So now let's meet five most important team members of this computer. Now, computer has a lot of parts. So here under this course, we're going to learn the five most important parts of that computer. Okay, so this is what it basically means. You can see a little icon of a brain here, meaning this one is like a brain of a computer, as it's clearly written here. It says CPU, Central Processing Unit. This one that is inside this bracket, give the full meaning of what CPU means. So this is the computer's brain. It thinks and makes decisions just like your brain does for your body. Yeah. So the CPU, the Central Processing Unit, is the brain of a computer. It's where almost all decisions about a computer are carried out under the CPU. Please make sure you understand this one, okay? And then we have the second most important team member or part of a computer, which is RAM. Okay. Memory. It's basically the memory of the computer, okay? So the thinking space. This is where, all the thinking happens. The CPU, which says is the brain, whereas the RAM is where the thinking happening. The thinking of a computer happens. Okay, so it's the thinking space of a computer. This is where the computer keeps things it's working on right now, like your desk when you're doing homework. Okay, so you can see this is like whatever application you open at a particular point in time, it's the RAM of that computer that stores that application. It's just like your desk. When you're doing your homework, you have a lot of things on your desk, like your pencil, your small notebook, your calculator. So, that desk is where you keep those things that you're working with at that particular point in time. Right? So, a computer also has this space that is called RAM, where it shows, for example, when you open Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint. So it's the RAM that stores all these informations that, you open this one, you open this one, you open that one. You understand this? Good. And we move to the third important member. That is the number 3 most important team member of a computer. It says storage drive, the filing cabinet. Okay, yeah. So this keeps all your files, photos, and programs safe, even when the computer is turned off. So this one is not the something as this one. Okay, please pay very close attention to this. You can see it says that for this one, when a lot of things are stored in a computer. You store your files, you store your photos, you store your videos, you store your applications, you store a lot of document inside your computer, right? So even if you turn off this computer, these things will not go away. They are still inside the computer. But what part of the computer that stores this? The answer is the storage drive. Sometimes this is called hard disk, it's called SSD. It has a lot of name, but the general name is storage drive. Okay, it's where your files are stored, your documents are stored, your photos are stored, your videos are stored, all under the storage drive. Then we have the fourth most important team member of a computer, or of computer, the motherboard, the highway system. So this motherboard, this connect all the parts together, like road connecting different part of a city. So this motherboard is like the central meeting point of each component of a computer. It's where it connects this part of a computer with this part of the computer with another part of the computer in order for the parts to work together. It's just like a highway, okay? So this connect all part of a computer, like road connecting different part of a city. So you can see in a particular city you may find a roundabout, and that roundabout might connect different roads. So that roundabout, to use this analogy, is the motherboard of your computer. Very simple, okay? All right, so let's move to the fifth important component of computer. That is the power supply, the energy sources, the energy source. This gives electricity to all the parts, like how food gives you energy to play and learn. Good. So this is where you plug in. When you plug in your computer to a power, that is to NEPA in Nigerian sense, so you can see your computer is consuming that electricity, and that electricity is connected to your computer. And what is that part of the computer that is connecting that electricity? Is the power supply part. So this power supply part is where it collects the energy, that is the power you connect to your computer, and then distribute it to the different part of the computers in order for the computer to work. So because computer cannot function without an energy, it's just like you. If you're hungry, you cannot play, you cannot learn, you cannot even go to school. So this power supply part is, it's like food to the computer. Okay, yeah. So remember, there's 5 essential parts. CPU. So here you can see it's give like a summary of this part. We have the CPU, we have RAM, we have storage drive, we have motherboard, and power supplies. These are the core components that make every computer work. So without this 5 most important members, I'm not sure if you're gonna have any computer to work properly. So here we have just completed this part of the module 1. So I forgot to explain this one. If you click on this one, it will take you back. Okay, and here is giving you a summary of how many activities you have completed under module 1. Under module 1, we have completed 1, or we are currently on 1 of 4 activities. And here is just a scale that is telling us our progress. So far we have made like 25% progress. So when we complete this module 1, all this black color that you can see is gonna fill up this line. Okay, so now we're gonna move to, I have learned about computer parts. So if you click on this one, it's gonna take you to the next part of the module. So let's do that. Yeah, good. Let's clap for you. So you can see it says congratulations, you have finished that before we see that. Okay, so now let's okay, yeah, so you can also see that another button just is added. So if you want to go back to the previous activity, maybe okay, let's just do that. Okay, so you can see if you just want to come back here and still revisit something, so you can just click on that. But if you want to go again, so you can see it bring out this congratulatory message, and then that's all. So let's go, let's do this. Let's also take this one. Okay, it says activities 2, enhanced typing practice. So here we're gonna teach you how to type in your computer. Okay, so it's very simple. So make sure if you're taking this course, you have your own computer, or you have a computer. Please don't take it on phone. It's recommended that you have a computer, at least even if it is not your own, because you may be too young to have a computer if you're 8 years old or something like that. But you can borrow your mom's own, or you can borrow your dad's own, or your brother's computer as well. I'm sure either of these people will be very, very happy to help you. Okay, please ask your mom to lend you a computer, or your dad to, give you a computer, so that you can learn this course properly. Okay. So it says keys and typing practice. Meet your computer keyboard. Now, the keyboard is your main tool for communicating with the computer. It's like a magical piano where each key has special letter, number, or symbol. So I'm sure the first thing you see when you open a computer is a keyboard. A keyboard has this four component. Okay, we're gonna explain each of them. So it says letter keys. These are the most important keys. They help you type words and sentences. That is, the A to Z letters you see on a computer is a keyboard. It's a part of a keyboard, okay, where you'll be able to write your names. Okay, maybe if your name is Musa, you write Musa. You just type it out from the keyboard. If you want to write the name of your dad, the name of your mom, the name of your siblings, you'll be able to do that on your keyboard. That's this part of the keyboard. And the letter keys, the A to Z, allow you to do that. And then we have the number keys. The number keys, in most keyboards, you'll find them at the top side of the keyboard, where it starts from 0 to 9. Use this to type numbers for math, ages, or counting things. Okay, so if you want to write your age, maybe your age is 19, you're just gonna find 1 and 9 and type them, on the keyboard. It's called the number keys. And then we have the special keys. Spacebar, enter, and shift help you format your text nicely. So these special keys are the space. For example, if you finish writing your name Musa, you're not going to immediately write the name of your dad. You have to press space, not shift to. Don't go on and click shift. Okay, shift also has its own different function, but space allow you to create space between two different letters or two different words. Now we have font symbols. These font symbols, the punctuation marks like period, commas, and question mark. Okay, so you can see that the font symbols allow you to enter the punctuation marks like period, comma, and question mark. Okay, so it allows you to do that. So that is this part of the keyboard. And then here we're gonna pro tip for beginners. Start by placing, this is going to give us a tip, on how to type this one, because we're gonna basically do this activity here, and then you're gonna practice by yourself when you are taking the course. It says pro tip for beginners. Start by placing your fingers gently on keyboard. Don't worry about speed. Focus on finding the right keys first. With practice, you will become a typing superstar. I feel like clapping for you right now. So you can see on this tip is asking you that whenever you open your computer and you want to start typing, don't rush, okay? Don't start, typing immediately. Don't care about the speed. Now focus about accuracy now. And focus about finding those letters, okay? When you become good at finding those letters, then you can increase your speed later, okay? But for now, focus on accuracy. Now let's practice the typing, okay? So type the sentence below exactly as shown. Take your time and try to be accurate. Remember what you learn about the keyboard above. Remember all those things that we have explained. This four component of a keyboard, okay? Remember them very well. Please remember them while we're typing this one. So this is the sentence. The sentence says, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Just a very nice sentence. So what you will start by doing is that you type T, but you can see the T that we typed is a small key. So if you look on the keyboard, there is a place that is there is a button, or there is a key called caps lock. You click on it, then you write the T. So you can see that the capital T appears. Then you click on it again. You click on the caps lock again. That is, you tap on the caps lock again, and you click on H. So meaning this caps lock allow you to switch between uppercase and lowercase letters. Okay, so whenever you want to switch to uppercase, then you click you tap on this one, and then whenever you want to switch to lowercase, you also tap on the caps lock. Okay, so then we go to E, then we hit space. This is space. I'm going to show it on the screen here, right here. Okay, yeah, this is the space button. The quick, yeah, you can see. Then you click space again. Brown, BROWN space, Fox. You see, very simple. Jumps over space the lazy dog. Yay. So you can see, as we were tapping, this line was filling slowly. So it says 100% accurate. But let's see if it's let's see if we do like this. So you can see it says 98% accurate. So, but if you delete this one, you know, the accuracy is gonna be reducing. Yeah, so we are going to place this word back. Okay, so we are 100% accurate. So if you reach this 100% accurate, then it means you have completed this part of the model, the second part of the model. Yeah, so then you click on this one to move to the third part of the model, that is of model 1. So now let's click on it to see. Yeah, so it says fantastic typing, so meaning, yeah, we did well. And then this is the third part of the model 1. Remember, we're still in model 1. You can see it here, it's boldly written. Computer basics lesson. So this activity 3, it says virtual computer building challenge. So here is just a phone game that you're gonna take, and this part is very simple. Don't worry, I know you're a smart kid. So let's see, this are the instruction. Please read this instruction very carefully and make sure you understand it correctly. If you don't understand any part of this instruction, please call your mom, your dad, you know, anybody close to you, an adult that can help you out to understand this one very easily. Okay, so the instruction says select exactly 5 components that are absolutely essential for every computer. Remember what you learned in activity 1 about the core parts. Think carefully. Some parts are nice to have but not essential. Okay, you can see this one. Some parts listed here are nice but are not essential. Remember, in that activity 1, we talk about essential part of the computer, not all part of computer. Okay, we said essential. Remember this one, please remember that. Okay, so you must get all 5 correct to proceed. You cannot proceed to the next activity, that is activity 4, if you don't get exactly 5 correct answers. Use your knowledge wisely. Think carefully. Okay, think of what we did there. So you can see that here it says available computer parts. Okay, there is graphics card, cooling system. Okay, let me start by explaining more about that. So available computer parts, here it lists a lot of many computer parts. So what are those 5 essential parts of a computer that we explain in activity 1? Is it Is graphics card part of it? If it is part of it, please click on that. If it is not, don't do that. I'm not going to do this activity for you. You are going to do that yourself. Okay. So, yeah, and we're going to see if whether you have understood what we have explained on the first activity or not. And then there is this one. It says cooling system, network card, sound card, webcam. Is it webcam? You know, the camera that you see. We have the CD/DVD drive. Is this one also part of the essential component of a computer? And then we have CPU. I'm sure you remember this one. CPU. We have the RAM, memory, storage, drive, motherboard, power supply, gaming keyboard. So out of all this component of a computer, please select 5 most essential ones that we talked about in activity 1. Please do that. Okay, I'm going to select my own, but I'm not going to show you, so I'm going to proceed and select my own. Then okay, let's meet in the next activity. Bye. So yeah, welcome back. Now, yeah, so welcome back. Let's see this one as well. So you can see now we are in activity 4 of 4. So welcome to this activity. This is the last activity. Last activity we're gonna do on this module. That is the module 1 of all the 4 activities that we have here. This is one also is also a fun challenge, just a very multiple choice questions that has options from A up to D. So this is the question. So it says, what is the CPU often called in a computer? So the CPU we talked about before. We talked about it in activity 1 of this model, the central processing unit. What is it often called? A, the memory. Is it the memory of a computer? I don't know. You know, you selected. And then B, it says the brain. Is it called the brain of a computer? You select this one also. I don't know. Then C, it says the storage. Then D, the screen. So which of this is the correct answer? Answer it and let's move to the next question. Okay, so here we are in question 2 of 3. Just 3 questions. So it says, which component stores your file permanently even when the computer is turned off? So which components among these options of a computer stored your files permanently even when the computer is turned off? Please answer this. It's very simple. A, RAM. B, is it CPU? C, is it storage drive? D, is it motherboard? Which of this component store your files permanently even when the computer is turned off? Please select and let's meet on the next question. I'm sure this is very easy. Please do that. Okay, so welcome to the last one. If you have come up so far up to this part, I'm sure you deserve to be clapped. Yeah, I'm gonna clap for you. So what does RAM stand for and what is its main purpose? So this word RAM, RAM, what does it stand for and what its main purpose? So it says A, random access memory, temporary storage for active programs. B, really amazing memory, permanent file storage. And then C, it says rapid action memory, controls the computer speed. And then D, reliable active memory, connects all components. So which of these options is correct for the full meaning of RAM and what is its main purpose? You select that. We talk about this one in one of the activities so far that we have completed. If you finish selecting that, then you finish this model. Okay, I'm going to select my answer, and then we're going to meet on the next part of the lesson. Ooh, congratulations, outstanding performance. So you can see you score 3 out of 300%. So if you have come so far all the way to this one, congratulations, meaning you have completed module 1. So remain module 2, module 3, module 4, and module 5. So, and how do you go back to complete the other modules? You click on this one, this back to course, this button. If you click on it, it's gonna take us to, it's going to load for a while. So you can see the whole of this is marked green, and it also says quiz passed, completed. So if you want to go back and review this module, you can click on this review. Let's just click on it. You can see that. So you're gonna start all along, okay? But we are not, we are not going to review this one. So you just click on that. It's gonna take us to this one. Okay, so this is the end of module 1. Let's move to module 2. Okay, so welcome to module 2. As you can see, this is module 2 of this Naija Kids Learn course developed by Hammad Technology, as it's boldly written here. So in this module 2, we are going to learn about files and folders, and we're going to learn about what is file and what is folder, and common file types, and how to identify different types of files. So, but let's begin by defining what is a file. So files, think of files like different items in your room. In your room, I know you have a lot of items there. So think of files as those individual items in your room. Like those individual items in your room, you have a lot of stuff in your room. You have your clothes, you have your shoes, you have your cup, a lot of things, your socks, your books, a lot of items inside your room. So an example has been given here: your books, toy, clothes, there's different items in your room. So on a computer, files are things like photos, songs, videos, and documents. So in a computer, so these items that you have in your room, so we have them, but not as books, toys, clothes, no, but as photos, songs, videos, and documents. So this individual files, that is the photos that you store in your computer, the songs that you store in your computer, the videos you store in your computer, the files, the document you store in your computer. So these things are called files because they are the different items that are found inside your computer. Okay, so this is files. How about folder? Folders are like drawers or boxes that help you organize your files. Just like we talk about different items that you have in your room, meaning your book, your toy, your socks, you don't scatter all your items inside your room. I know you store them inside drawers or boxes. So similar to your videos, your photos, your songs, and your documents, you don't just leave your documents, your songs inside your computer scattered all around. You store them inside something called folder. The folders are like the drawers you store your socks, your toys, and your books. Okay, so this is what is called folder. And then why we organize? When everything is organized, meaning why do we organize our files in our computer? Why do we organize that? So when everything is organized, you can find what you need quickly. No more searching everywhere for that one photo or song. Just like in your room, you don't just keep your socks there, your shoes there, your toys there. You have to keep them in some different places, whereby when you want your books, you quickly go straight to this particular place, right? So similar to your songs, your photos, and your videos. Once, if you organize your this files, it's going to be very easy for you to find them. Okay, so this is why we organize our files in our computer. And then we have the common file types. So what are the common file types in a computer, and how do we identify them? We have the pictures. Now, we identify pictures whenever at the end of the name of that picture we see JPG or PNG. Okay, so when we see these words at the end of the name of a file in our computer, we will definitely know that this file is a photo or is a picture. Okay, how about music? Music, whenever we see this extension, is normally called extension. Okay, so whenever we see this MP3 or WAV, that is WAV, whenever we see these things, we immediately know that this particular file is a music, because this are unique to music only. And then we have programs. How do we identify programs? Meaning the games and other applications in your computer. So this is how you identify them. When you see exe or you see APP, that is app in your computer, you would immediately know that this particular file is a program. And then we have documents. How do you know that a file is a document? When you see PDF or docx, docs, you will be able to know that this particular file is a document. And then videos. When you see MP4 or AVI, you will know that this particular file is a document also. Okay, so this is how you identify these things. Please remember this, don't forget about it. Okay, if you don't understand, please rewind the video for some few seconds and listen to the explanation again. Okay, so we have interactive file detective game. So we are going to play a very nice game, just like we did in module 1 concerning what we have just learned in this activity 1 of module 2. So please pay attention to that. Even though as we normally used to do it, I'm not going to do it for you, but I'm going to guide you through it. I know you will do it and you can do it. Okay, so please pay attention to it. Remember, if you don't select the correct choices here, you cannot move to the next part of the module of this module 2. Okay, so you pay attention very well. So let's look at the rules, the challenge rules. You must organize all files correctly, meaning these files you must organize them correctly before you select the correct option. Look at the file extension JPG, PDF, etc. Meaning look at the file extension correctly. Look at this extension. Okay, you should look at them correctly so that you should know that okay, this is a program, this is a picture, this is a music or whatever. Now if you fail, you will need to try again. So if you fail, you have another chance to select another option. Okay, only when you pass you can move to the next adventure. So meaning if you don't pass this part, you can't move to the next adventure. So please pay very close attention. Okay, let me just give you an example. For example, my holiday.jpg. Is this a picture? Is this a document? So you click on here, you'll see the options. Okay, so you select which one is the correct one. I'm not going to select this for you, so you will do it by yourself. So for this one also, score report .pdf is this. What is this? You select the correct one. It says favorite song .mp3. So is this a song? Is this a music? Is this a is this a program? Is this a video? Is this a music or pictures or a document? Which one is this? So all the way to after this one, homework.docx. So please, after completing this one, then you will click check my organization. If you pass all the 7, so here will will allow you to move to the next part of the module. Okay, so let's meet on the next activity of this module. Okay, so welcome to activity 2 of this module 2. Remember, we are to complete up to 4 activities. Now under this activity 2, master folder management. So we are going to master how to manage folders in our computer. Now, how do we manage our folder? It's very simple. Please very, very close attention. I'm going to explain it as easy, using a very easy, style. Okay, so let's do it together. So first of all, we're going to learn how to create a folder. How do we create a folder? If you want to create a folder, you right click in empty space, new folder, give it meaningful name. Very simple steps. Okay, now you just right click. Your mouth has to, I'm going to make it here. Okay, it has right click and left click. Okay, so you are going to use the right click in an empty space, then you select new, you select folder, then you write a name to your folder. Please make sure whatever name you are going to give your folder is a meaningful name, a very easy one, such that you'll be able to find the folder whenever you are looking for it. And then how do we rename a folder? We rename a folder by right click on the folder that we create, then select rename, or we can after right clicking on the after clicking on the folder, we can just press F2 key. Okay, this key is on our keyboard. Okay, when you look at your keyboard closely, you'll find this key. So once you click on it, you'll be able to rename your folder. How do we copy a folder? We can copy a folder by right click on the folder, then we select click, then right click elsewhere, then select paste. Okay, let me repeat this one. You are going to select right click on the folder, then you're going to click on copy, then right click somewhere else, then click on paste. Okay, very simple. We have moving folder. So what's the difference between copying and moving a folder? Copying a folder is copying the folder while keeping the original folder. You just make a duplicate of the folder. Okay, just have one copy there and another copy somewhere else, just like a photocopy. Okay, but photocopy of the folder. How about moving a folder? Moving a folder is drag and drop or cut and paste. This is the definition of moving a folder. You can either drag the folder from somewhere from another folder, then drop it into the new folder or into the new place where you want to drop it, or cut and paste. You can use the cut and paste method. Okay, so I'm going to show you this one when we go to the practical part of it. Then we have deleting folder. Deleting folder, I'm sure you know this one. It means if you don't want the folder, if the folder is no more needed in your computer, instead of allowing the folder to stay in your computer, you can delete it, meaning you can discard it, you can let it go away. Okay, this is deleting a folder. So you right click, you select delete, or after you select the folder, you can just press delete key. This delete key is on your keyboard, so when you look closely on the keyboard, you find that. And then we have folder structure best practice. So here we are going to explain the best practice of structuring a folder. For example, under my document folder, you're going to organize your folders into, let's say, schoolwork. Then under this schoolwork folder, you're going to write math, science, okay, maybe English. I'm adding this one, it's not written here, okay. And then under still my schoolwork folder, you can have another folder that is personal project important files. Okay, you can see from here, this is your primary folder, this is a secondary folder, this is a tertiary folder. This folder, and this folder are on the same level. They are all secondary folders. So this is how you structure your folders. Okay, meaning these two folders, the math and science, are under your schoolwork, and these three folders, schoolwork, personal projects, important files, are under my document. Okay, this is pro tips for folder management. Please remember this one very well. Use clear descriptive names for your folders. You should please make sure you use a very clear name whenever you're naming your folder, as I mentioned it earlier before. So don't create too many level deep, keep it simple, meaning don't go inside this math and maybe write the name of your teacher. That, okay, maybe let's say you have 3 teachers that are teaching you math. So under this this math folder, then you write the name of teacher 1, teacher 2, teacher 3, and under each of the teachers folder, you still, store another folders or the files. So if you create too many layer of folders, it's very likely that you are going to miss some files, or you are going to find it very difficult to find some files if you're looking for them. Now, group similar items together. So just like this math and science, you can see they are all under schoolwork. So these are similar items, or somewhat similar, that you are grouping them under your school work. And then we have used dates in folder names for projects. Okay, so you can use dates in naming your folders. For example, 2024 December project, you can see 12. So this way, if you're looking for a project that you did on in 2024 in December, you'll be able to find it easily by searching this name. Regularly clean up and organize your folders. So time to time, maybe after every three months, or after every year is very long, but after every three months, please look at your folders, delete those files and those folders that you no longer need, and reorganize the folders. Okay, so such that it will be very easier for you to find some of the files you are looking for, in case you want to look for them. Okay, so this is all for this part of the model. If you have understand, then you can click I've learned folder management. We click on this one. Fantastic file management, you have mastered. So yeah, so we have finished that part of the okay. Then we are going to click on this one. We're going to click on this one before we proceed. Okay, next adventure. Good. So now we are having activity 3, file search and navigation. So here we are going to learn how to search for a file and how to navigate in our computer, or how to navigate between different files. Search like a pro. Here we're going to teach you how to search for your file or your folder like a professional. So please pay very close attention to this. Quick search. Use the quick search box in File Explorer or press Window plus S. So let's try Window X. I'm going to try this in my computer, okay? So okay, hold on. Let's just forget about that. Now in your File Explorer, let me open my File Explorer. So in your File Explorer, you can use quick search box, which is this one. Okay, you can use this one to search for whatever file you are looking for. Search by name. You can search by name. Type part of the file name to find it quickly. So if you're looking for a particular file you saved, you can type the name of the file to search for it quickly. Search by date. You can search by use modified followed by date, modified dash today. So you can search also by date in order to find the file you're looking for. Search by type. You can use type. You can use this, meaning you can use this this word type followed by JPG, or if you are looking for document, you can docx. Search by size. If you can use size followed by size, meaning size large. So if you're looking for a particular file and you can remember the size of the file, you can use this one. Navigation shortcuts. So this are some of the shortcuts you can use on your computer in order to perform some activities very quickly. Okay, so let's say you have Control plus C, copy file / folder. So if you press Control, and if you're pressing this Control, you don't have to lift your finger, okay? Just press the Control, then press C at the same time. You press this 2 keys on your keyboard at the same time, okay? Or you can press Control then press C. So that is only when this will work. So, and Control plus V, meaning paste file or folder. Control plus X, cut file or folder. Delete, and meaning this one, delete select item. So if you use delete key, you are deleting a particular file or a folder. Then we have F2. F2 is used for renaming a file or a folder. We have Alt plus this arrow, back arrow, you go back. Alt plus forward arrow, you go forward. Then Alt plus Shift plus N, that is when you want to create a new folder. Okay, yeah. Then you, if you want to create a new folder, you press these 3 buttons at the same time, these 3 keys. Okay, you press Control, you press Shift, then you click N. you press N, sorry. So this is a practice challenge, so let's do this. Now you know these skills, practice them on your computer. So create a new folder called my practice. Search for any image file in your computer. Copy the image to your new folder. Rename the folder to my images. Okay, you rename the folder to this, my images. Then navigate back to your main folder. Okay, so you do this activity. After you have done this one, then we move on the next part of this module. Okay, if you have done it, please you click on this one. I have mastered file navigation, fantastic file management. Okay, so here we have come to part 4 or activity 4 of this module 2, and under this one we are going to have 3 challenges, 3 small quiz, 3 questions. Okay, so what file extension typically indicates a picture file? So how do we identify this? Is it docx, is it mp3, is it jpg, or exe? So which of these options from A to D indicate a picture file? So if you answer this one, you're going to answer this one by yourself. If you answer this one correctly, please let's meet on the next question. Okay, I'm going to select my own, but I'm not going to show you. Okay, yeah, here we are in question 2. The question 2 says, what is the main purpose of organizing files into folders? Here, what is the main purpose of organizing files into folders? Please, let's answer this one. To make files take up less space. Is it to make files take up less space? Then B says, to make the computer run faster. Is this the answer? To find files quickly and stay organized. Is this the answer? To protect files from viruses. Is this also the answer? Please think about it. Which of these is the main purpose of organizing files into folders? Which of these options? Think before you select. It's very easy. Okay, so I'm going to select my answer, but I'm not going to show you that. Okay, welcome to the last question. So if I've come to this up to this stage, well done. Which keyboard shortcut is used to copy a file or folder? Let me repeat the question again. Which keyboard shortcut is used to copy a file or folder? A, B, C, D. These are the options. Is it Control B, Control V, Control plus C, Control plus X, Control plus Z? Which of these options is used to copy a file or a folder? So please you answer this one, then we move to the. So if you answer this one correctly, if you click on this finish quiz, then that will be the end of module 2. So I'm going to answer this one. I'm not going to show you the answer. Sorry, I'm not going to show you the answer. Please, if you select the correct option, we're going to meet on the next part of the lesson. Outstanding performance. You score 3 out of 300%. So well done. So at this point, it means we have completed this module 2. Then we'll move to module 3. Okay, if you want to go back to the course, you click on this back to course. Well done. So here we have completed module 2. We are now going to move to module 3, where we are going to learn about internet and browsers. So we are going to click on this start. Okay, so welcome to module 3. This is module 3 of this course. Now, under this module 3, we have this activity 1, browser basics. Browser basics. How do we, what is a browser and why do we need it? So, this is what we are going to learn under this activity. Understanding web browser. What is a web browser? A web browser is like a magic window that lets you see websites on the internet. It's a special program on your computer. So a web browser is like a magic window that lets you see websites, a magic window. There are a lot of websites on the internet. So, but how do you access this? How do you access this websites? You can only access this website through the use of a browser. So this is the main purpose of a browser. Why do we need browsers? Without a browser, you can't visit websites, just like we said it before. Without a browser, you can't visit websites. Okay? Watch videos online, or search for information. It's like having a key to unlock the internet. Yeah. So you can see that without a browser, you can't watch videos online, meaning you can't visit YouTube or Google or other websites on the internet. You can't visit them if you don't have a browser. So popular browsers. So here are some list of popular browsers. We have Chrome, or sometimes it is called Google Chrome. We have Firefox. We have Safari. We have Edge, and all different types of browsers. There are other types of browsers not mentioned here, but these are the most commonly found or the most commonly used. Like different cars, browsers are just like different cars. Okay, like you have Toyota, you have Mercedes, a lot of cars that can all drive you to the same places. Okay, so just like you can perform the same task with Chrome, you can perform that same task with your Safari, you can perform the same task with your Firefox. So just like cars, if you enter Toyota from Sokoto to Kano, or from Kano to Sokoto, if you enter Mercedes, it will also take you to the same destination. Okay, so similar to your browsers. If you want to visit a particular website, if you use Chrome for that website, it is going to take you to that place. If you use Firefox to that place, it is going to take you to that place also. How it works. So here we're going to learn how a browser works. Okay, you type a website address, for example like www.google.com, and the browser takes you there, just like giving an address to a taxi driver. Okay, remember the example we give here about using Toyota to go to Sokoto from Kano? So you can see that if you are going to Kano, if you're going to Sokoto from Kano, so you're going to give an address to the driver that you're going to. This is where you're going to, right? And then the driver would drive you to that place you have given him or her. So same applies to your browser. If you want to go to Google, you have to give the address of Google to your browser, and the address of Google is www.google.com. Each website has its own unique address or unique website address. Okay, all right. So we have browsers, browser basics adventure. So now that you have understand what browsers are, let's continue learning about how to use them safely and effectively. So on the next activity, we're going to learn how to use how to use browsers safely and effectively. We'll click on that. Now on this activity 2, understanding search engines. What is search engines? So this is what we are going to learn here. Welcome to Google, your amazing search friend. So I'm sure you must have heard about Google. So Google is a search engine. It's one of the search engines on the internet. So what is Google? Google is like a super smart librarian that knows about everything on the internet. When you have a question, Google helps you find the best answer in seconds. Okay, so Google like is a smart librarian. I know you know what a librarian means in the library. So a librarian is the person that that is in charge of a library. So if you're looking for a particular book or a newspaper, once you tell the librarian that this is the book that I'm looking for, the librarian knows where that book is. He will quickly or she will quickly go and find that book for you and give it to you. So the same thing applies to Google. Whatever you're looking for on the internet, so far as that thing is on the internet, once you write it on Google, in seconds, Google will find that things for you. Okay, amazing Google facts. So these are some facts about Google. Google searches over 8.5 billion websites every day. So more than 8.5 billions websites every day. Google search for these websites. A Google search takes less than 0.2 seconds. So in less than 0.2 seconds, Google will find your answer. People use Google in over 150 languages around the world. 150 languages, not only English, including Hausa, Yoruba, Fulani, and other languages. Google uses super smart computer to find the best answer for you. So this is the type of computer Google use in order to find the best answer for you. And one amazing thing about Google is that if you ask a particular question, is going to present the most correct question above, then followed by the rest. Okay, so such that it will be as helpful as possible for you. So if you have understand this one, let's learn how to search. So in the next part of this lesson, or the next part of this module, we're going to learn how to search using Google. So how do you do that? It says module 3, computer basic lessons. Okay, so this is it. So the activity 2, understanding search engines. How does Google work its magic? So here we are going to take you through the processes of how Google works its magic. The first thing is you have to type your question. You type what you want to find in the search box. It could be anything. How tall is a giraffe? Or phone games for kids. So when you type either of these sentences, into a Google search engine, then Google will move to this. Google goes into searching. Google will immediately run and start searching. Google's super fast computers look through billions of websites to find the best answers for you. So Google will quickly, run and start searching for the best answer for you. Smart sorting. Google put the most helpful and trustworthy websites at the top, so you get the best answers first. So when you type how tall is giraffe, there might be different opinions about how tall is giraffe on the internet. Then Google will sort the most helpful answer for you. Or when you type phone games for kids, so you can see that there are many phone games for kids online, but Google will make sure that it presents the most helpful game for kids at the top of the search result, then followed by other types of games. Then it will display your result. You get results. Okay, in less than a second, you see a list of websites with answers to your question. Amazing, right? Okay, so let's try doing that. Try Google yourself. So Google search engine looks like this. It looks like this. So here we are going to do that. Okay, so if you type either of this one, how to draw a card. Okay, let's do that. Let's try that. Just click on this. You see, as soon as we type on that, just Google present the result for us. How to drive a card. How to draw a card, sorry. Then best pizza recipe. When we click on this one, you can see that best pizza recipe. Google present this result for us. Then solar system facts. Or we can also ask another question. You can also type what is biology? What is you type it. Yeah. So once you type your question, okay, let's put question mark. Then if you click on search, Google will find it for you. Okay, let's try that. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that by going to Google. What is biology? You see, Google has found the result for us in few seconds. If you want to ask another question, you type who is the president of Nigeria. Then you click on this search. You click here. You see, it has given you an answer. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Good. So this is this one. Okay. So are you ready for the next part of the model? Let's go. So if you're ready, you click on this one. I am ready for the next challenge. So it's a challenge, obviously, here. You see it? Okay, so let's take you through the challenge. Activity 3, Save Search Detective. So here is how you are going to search safely on the internet. Okay, understanding safe versus unsafe search results. Some search results are unsafe while some are safe. Okay, so how do you understand safe and unsafe search results? Safe search results, these are websites that are good for kids, like educational websites, homework help, learning games, and trusted websites. So if a search result falls under any of this category, it means it's a safe search result. And then there is unsafe search result. This might try to trick you. They could ask for personal information, promise free things like free things that aren't real, or try to download bad software to your computer. So any website that asks you to, or any search result that asks you to enter personal information, to enter your full name, your phone number, is unsafe. Okay, and then any self search that asks you to maybe click to get some free things, okay, free money, or enter here to get free gifts, they are unsafe. Be careful on that, with these types of websites. Or try to download bad softwares. Some website might ask you to download some softwares, and these softwares might end up being a virus to your computer, or they might end up spying on you. No, please don't do that. Then warning signs. Be careful of result that says click here for free money. Please be careful. No one is given free money on the internet. Okay, so be careful with that. Or a search result that says download now, meaning like there is a sense of urgency for you to download something. It means it's it's questionable. Okay, or asks you to enter personal information. Don't enter personal information. Your name or your mother's name or your dad's name, your sister's name, your brother's name. Please don't do that. Always ask an adult before clicking on something you are not sure about, and never give out personal information online. So if you come across anything that you are not familiar with, any uh, caution or a website that asks for your personal information, please ask someone that is an adult that is close to you, either your dad, your mom, your brother, your big brother. Okay, so ask them, uh, tell them this is what this website is asking me to give. Please, what should I do? And I'm sure they are going to guide you on what to do. How to identify safe results. This is how you identify on safe results. Safe results. Look for educational or learning website. So any website that is educational, that is talking about, remember the biology, what is biology we talk about. Okay, so those kind of websites are educational websites. Okay, so please you should look for those kind of websites. Avoid anything asking for personal information. Run away from this. Be suspicious of too good to be true offers. So if a search result asks you to provide your information, they are going to give you free money, or they are going to, some offers are too good to be true. So be suspicious of them. Don't easily trust those offers. When in doubt, ask adults. Okay, if you are in doubt, please ask someone that is an adult. Okay, either your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, someone that is an adult. Self-search detective game. So mission, you are a detective. So we have learned all this, how to identify a safe website and unsafe website. So now we are going to take a challenge. So this is the mission of this challenge. You are a detective. Select only the safe search result below. Avoid the unsafe ones. Okay, so select only safe search results. Avoid the unsafe ones. Only the safe search results. Select at least 4 safe search results. Don't select any unsafe result. If you select unsafe result, you will need to try again. Think carefully about each result. Okay, so these are the rules. So you go through these options. For example, educational game for kids. Is this a safe search result or unsafe? If it is safe, you click on it. If it is unsafe, please you skip it. Free homework help website. Is this also a safe or is it unsafe? Download virus free software. Children's online library. Click here for free money. Learning videos for students. Win prizes now. Enter personal info. Science experiments for kids. So which of this is safe and which of this is unsafe? Select all the safe ones and leave the unsafe ones. So here is your search. This indicates the total number of selections you have made. This indicates the total number of safe, and this indicates the total number of unsafe. So now, right now that we have not selected any of them, it's saying 0, 0, 0. But once it comes to your turn, please make sure you select the safe ones and leave the unsafe ones. Okay, I am going to do my own. I'm not going to show you. We meet in the next part of this module. Okay, welcome to the last part of module 3. So here is another font challenge. So you are going to answer this question from using option A to D. So this is the question. It says, what is the main purpose of a web browser? What is the main purpose of a web browser? We talked about this one. Okay. So A says to create a document, to access and view websites on the internet. That is option B. Option C says to store files on your computer. Option D says to play music and videos. So which of these options is the correct one? What is the main purpose of a web browser? Please you select the main purpose. Okay. So I'm going to select my own, but I'm not going to show you. Okay. When you select the correct option, then we'll meet on the next part of this this quiz. Okay, so we have this one. It says, what is a search engine used for? What is a search engine used for? What do we use search engine for? Search engines like Google, what do we do? What do we use them for? Option A says to create new websites. Option B says to find information on the internet. Option C says to send emails to friends. Option D says to download programs. So which of this is correct? So please you select the correct one, then you click on this next question, then you move. I'm going to select my own, but I'm not going to show you. Okay, well done. So here we are on the last question. The last question says, which of this is an example of a popular search engine? So which of this is an example of a popular search engine? We have Microsoft Word, Google, Calculator, Paint. So which of this from A to D? I know this one is very simple. Please, you select the correct one, you click on finish quiz, and then we move to the next part. I'm going to select my own, but I'm not going to show you. Outstanding performance. So if you have reached to this, it means you have completed module 3 of this course. So we click on here just like we did before in order to move to the next module. So this is module 4 and we are going to start module 4 now. Okay, so here is module 4. Yeah, module 4. So we're going to click on start. So on this module 4, we are going to learn about password creation and security, how to create a password and how to secure your computer. So this is what we are going to learn about under this module. That is module 4. And under module 4, activity 1. Okay, so now password creation and security. Why strong password matters? So why strong password matters? Why do we need to create a strong password? Because whenever you are asked to create a password, you need to create a password that is strong. There are different types of passwords. We are going to see them here. Protection. This is one of the reasons why strong password matters. Strong password protect your account from hackers who try to gaze or steal your information. Good. When you create a strong password, it protects you from hackers that might want to steal your information. What makes a strong password? What makes a strong password? At least 8 characters, mixed of letters, big and small, numbers, and special symbols like @ hash, $, or exclamation mark. So a password should at least be 8 characters. It should be a mix of big and small letters, that is capital letter and small letters. Okay, and it should also have numbers and special symbols like @ hash, $, or exclamation mark. So this is a weak password. What is a mixed password? A mixed password is a password that doesn't have these combinations. Any password that doesn't have this combination is a weak password. So avoid words like password. Don't create your password by just writing password. You know, this is very weak and is very easy to guess. Your name, or if you're asked to write a password, you just write your name. If your name is Musa, you just write Musa. If your name is John, you just write John. This is a very, very weak password. Or easy numbers like 1 2 3 4 5 6. When you're asked to write password, please don't write 1 2 3 4 5 6 as your password. So, good example of password. This is a good example of password. Please try to create password like this anytime you are asked to create a password. Now, my dog at 2024 exclamation mark. So you can see, if you look closely, you will see that the M here is capital letter, then the Y is small letter, the D is capital letter, the O is small letter, the G is small letter, then at 2024 exclamation mark. You can see this password has a combination of small letter and capital letters, special symbols, the at and the exclamation mark, and numbers, the 2024. And it is more than, or at least 8 characters. Let's count the number of characters. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, up to 11 characters. Okay. Or blue sky $56, then star. You can see this password is also a strong one because it's a combination of small and capital letters with number, then special characters. They are long, mixed, and hard to guess. So it will be very, very difficult for hackers to guess a password like this. When you create your password like this, it will be very, very difficult for hackers or anybody that want to steal your information to guess what password you use in your account. So mission, let's try to look at this challenge. It's very fun and it's very easy. Okay, just like the other challenges we heard before. Now mission, select exactly 4 strong passwords from the options below to proceed. So these are the rules for this password selection, for this rule, for this small challenge. You must select at least 4 strong passwords. Strong password have letters, numbers, and symbols, just like we said. If you select wrong ones, you will need to retry. Only when you pause can you move to the next adventure. Okay, so this is the rule. Please follow this rule. Okay, so select exactly 4 strong passwords. So among these passwords, these ones, assuming these are old passwords, okay, which 4 of them strong password? Okay, this is 1 2 3. This is password. This is my dog. This one is ABC. You can see this one is secure pass hash 789. This is QWERTW ERTY. This one. So if this one is a strong password, please click on it. If this one is a strong password, please click on it. If it is not a strong, if this one is not a strong password, please don't click on it. Okay, you have to select only 4. When you select 4, then you click on check my selections. Okay, so I'm going to select my own, but I'm not going to show you. Just as usual, you're going to select your own. Okay, so when you select your own, let's move to the next activity. Good. So welcome to activity 2 of module 4. Now here we are going to learn about online safety basics, the basics of online safety. Why online safety matters. Personal information. Now, never share your full name, address, phone number, or school name with strangers online. Please don't do that. If anyone asks you of your full name, your address, for your phone number, or your school name online, please don't provide that. This is for your safety. Okay. Stranger danger. Not everyone online is who they are, who they say they are. Be cautious with people you don't know in real life. So uh, if someone online says pretend to be somebody you might know in school, please double check. Don't just kind of like say, oh, it's so person that I know in school. Please don't do that. Ensure you double check, you confirm that whoever you're talking to, you're chatting with online, whether through social media, you confirm that that person is truly who they say they are. Okay. So, suspicious link. Don't click on links from unknown sources. They might contain viruses or tricks. So, if you suddenly see some links on some websites, don't just go and click on them. They might be dangerous to your computer. Kind communication. Always be respectful online. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Okay. So don't say, it's online, I'm going to talk about bad about this person, that person. No, don't do that. So be kind to people online. Be respectful, because I'm sure you would want to also be respected. So treat others the way you want to be treated. Okay. Good. Then tell adults. If something online makes you uncomfortable, always tell a trusted adult immediately. If you see something very terrible online, like you see an accident, picture of someone that is dead on the internet, and this scares you a lot, please tell someone immediately online. Okay. Tell someone immediately, either your mom, your dad, your big brother, your uncle, anybody, or your teacher. Okay. Tell them. Online safety quiz adventure. Now that you understand online safety basics, let's test your knowledge with an interactive quiz. So let's go and see the quiz. Start safety quiz. You click on this one. So this is the quiz. What makes a password strong and secure? A. Using only your name. B. Using the same password everywhere. C. Using a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols. D. Using only numbers. So which of these options is correct? Please, which of these options is correct? You select which one is correct, and then you click on this. Next question, then we move on to the next question. I'm going to answer my own, I'm not going to show you. Okay, so on this one, it says, what should you do if someone online asks for your personal information? What should you do if someone online asks for your personal information? A says, share it immediately. B, ask a trusted adult for help. C, give only some of the information. And D says, ignore the safety rules. Which of this is correct? So please select the one that is correct and click on this next question. I'm going to select my own, just as usual. And the last question, congratulations. The last question says, why is it important to keep your password private? Why is it important to keep your passwords private? A says, to make them easier to remember, to protect your account from unauthorized access, to make your computer run faster. D, to save storage space. Which of these options is correct? Please select the correct option and click on finish quiz, and this will be the end of this module 4. Okay, I'm going to select my own, but I'm not going to show you. So after you select your own, let's meet on the next part of the quiz. Congratulations if you have reached this stage of the module. You can see this module has only 3 activities. We have module 4, computer basic lessons. So outstanding performance, we score 3 out of 3, that is 100%. So if we want to go back to the course, we click on back to course. So you can see here, this are all the modules we have completed. You can see we have completed module 1, module 2, module 3, and module 4. Now remember the last module. Okay, so let's meet on the next module. Okay, so let's start module 5. This is module 5. Module 5 is about activity 1. We have word processing basics. Okay, we want to understand the basics of word processing. Understanding word processing. What is word processing? Word processing, this is like having a super smart typewriter on your computer. You can write stories, letters, schools report, and much more. So word processing is that software in a computer that allows you to write stories, to write letters, and stories. Okay, this is the function of word processor. I'm going to show you the sample of it. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. Don't worry. Cool features. You can change your words, like make them big, small, colorful, bold, or even add pictures to your document. In word processing, you can modify your words, make them big, make them small, color, add color to them, make them bold, or even add pictures to your document. Okay, easy to fix. Unlike paper, if you make a mistake, you can easily delete it and try again. No messy erasers needed. So if you're working with word processing, you can easily correct your mistakes. Unlike when you're writing on paper with your pen, you can see you have to find eraser and delete it. Okay, so but here, no need of erasers, no need of cleaners. Okay, save your work. You can save your stories and come back to them later to read or change them. Yeah, you can see in word processing you can do this. Then popular programs that are word processing include Microsoft Word, Google Doc, and Pages are all word processing programs, like different types of digital papers. Okay, so story template adventure. Now that you understand word processing, let's use it to create amazing stories and documents. Now this is PowerPoint, but before we move to the PowerPoint, I promised to show you word processing. So let me search that in my computer and open it for you. You can see that this is an example of word processing. You can see here you can write. You see that? Yeah, just like this is just a sheet of paper, just like you write on a sheet of paper. You can see this one, you can add color to it. You see it changed to red. You can bold it. You can increase its size. Good. So this is word processing. Now PowerPoint. So PowerPoint is this is what is PowerPoint. PowerPoint presentation magic. PowerPoint is like creating a digital slideshow. You can make slides to tell stories, share information, or teach others about something cool. So PowerPoint, you use it to present slides in order to share information, mostly using presentations. So when you have a work that you have done and you want to present that work to other people, or a story that you want to present, you use PowerPoint to present that idea to other people. Okay, add pictures and font. Just like on, you can add colorful background pictures, animation, and even sounds to make your presentation exciting and fun to watch. So you can add all these features. You can add pictures, animation to your PowerPoint presentation. Show your ideas. It is perfect for school projects, showing your family vacation photos, or explaining your favorite hobby to friends. So it's you can share your ideas. Okay, you can share your school project ideas, you can share your family vacation photos, or explaining your creative hobbies to friends. You can use PowerPoint to do that. Keep it simple. Whenever you are presenting PowerPoint, or you are presenting in PowerPoint, make sure you keep it simple. Each slide should have just few important points, like having one main idea per page in a picture book. Okay, like a show. When you present, you would like a performer sharing your slide with an audience. It is your time to shine. Okay, so let me show you how PowerPoint looks like. So this is a PowerPoint. You can see it's written here, PowerPoint. So in PowerPoint, you can see it looks like this. You can present in slide. So if you want to add another slide, you just right click here, you click on add slide. Okay, new slide, sorry. Let's see right here, my story. You see, very simple. And then here you are going to write school, then you add some points about your story that has to do with your school. For example, my friends. You want to talk about your friends when you were in school, my teachers, right? And then you continue like this. You can add pictures, you can add a lot of things here on this one. You can change the layout also. Okay, so this is PowerPoint. So create presentation. So how about Excel? Excel is also one of the programs, basic computers programs. The main purpose of Excel is used for calculation. But let's look at it in details here. Super organized table. Excel is like having super smart table marker. It helps you organize information in rows and columns, just like a very neat notebook with squares. So this is how Excel looks like, and this is what it does for you. Math helper. Excel can do math for you. It can add up your allowances, calculate your best scores, or figure out how many candies you have in total. So Excel will help you do this kind of calculations. Make charts. Not only calculation, but Excel can also help you to make charts, bar chart, pie chart, those kind of charts. Excel can help you do that. You can turn your numbers into colorful graphs and charts that makes information easy to understand, like turning boring numbers into pretty pictures. Yes, so this is what Excel do for you. Stay organized. Use it to make lists, track your scores, choose, organize your clue collection of toys, or keep track of your favorite books. So Excel allows you to do this. Stay smart features. Excel has smart features. Excel remembers patterns and can help you predict things like how much money you will save if you put away $1 every day. So let's say you want to save little by little from your school money to buy a shoe. So you can use Excel, and Excel will help you track your savings. Okay, good. Start now. That you understand Excel, let's use it to organize information and create cool charts and calculations. So let me show you how Excel looks like. Excel. So this is Excel. You can see it has rows. These are rows. This 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and these are columns. This A B C D E F G. So Excel, you can see it will allow you to do calculation. Let's do a simple calculation. Let's say 23 45. So let's say we want to know this plus this, what is going to be. So we write equals to this plus this, then we click enter. You can see, it just gives us the result of this plus this is equal to 28. 23 plus 45 is equal to 68. So this is what Excel basically does. Sorry. So start organizing. Now we have reached to the point of taking an exam, or a small test. I won't call it exam, small test. Okay, what is the main purpose of word processing software? A, to browse the internet. B, to create and edit text. To create and edit text document. To play games. D, to organize files. So which of this is the correct answer? Please select the correct answer and let's meet on the next question. Okay, I'm going to select mine. I'm not going to show you. Yeah, so here is the next question. What is PowerPoint primarily used for? A, write a long document. B, creating spreadsheet with numbers. C, making presentation with slides. D, browsing websites. So which of these options from A to D is correct? So you select which of these ones is the correct answer. If you select that, you click on this one. Okay, so I'm going to select my own. Now we are on the last question. What is Excel best suited for? What is Excel best suited for? A, creating presentation. B, writing stories. C, organizing data in rows and columns. D, drawing pictures. So which of these again is the correct answer? Please select the correct answer and click on this one, and then we'll move, and then we'll meet on the next part of the module 5. Okay, I'm going to select my own. Congratulations, outstanding performance. So if you have reached this point, it means you have answered all the questions correctly. And if we want to go back to the course, we click on this as usual, back to course. Hooray! So you can see you have completed all the 5 modules, module 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That is why all the modules are in green color. If you want to review any of the modules that you want to maybe refresh your knowledge, you can click on this review. Okay, and now it means that we have completed this course 100%. Okay, you can see completed 5 of 5. So now this is where we are going to download our certificate. So let's download our certificate. We just click on it. You can see it starts downloading. It has downloaded already. So we are going to double click on it. It's going to open. Yeah, so you can see this is the certificate. You can see the name appears exactly as we wrote it when we started taking the course. Let me zoom it so that we can see it very well. You can see certificate of completion. This is satisfied that Musa John has successfully completed the course Introduction to Computer, 100% module completion, Naija Kids Take Learn, issued on 10, that is today's date, that is on 31 of 10, 2025. Okay, so here we have come to the end of this course. I hope you are going to enjoy it, and you're going to uh, have fun while learning this course. Thank you. Bye.